Carol Vorderman has hit out at the BBC for firing her for discussing politics, but keeping disgraced Huw Edwards on their payroll. The former Countdown star, 63, used to present a show on BBC Radio Wales until November 2023, when the BBC axed the program and said she had broken the corporation's rules on presenters' activities on social media. It came following a number of anti-Tory tweets on X, formerly Twitter. At the time, the BBC recently published new social media rules for its stars and staff to follow. However, Carol said she wasn't prepared to lose my voice on social media, and managers have decided I must leave. The same month she was sacked, former newsreader Huw Edwards was arrested, but was still on the payroll. He had been off air for months due to his mental health and resigned from the BBC in April. Not long after, he pled guilty to charges of making indecent images of children. The BBC was made aware in confidence that he'd been arrested on suspicion of serious offenses and he was suspended. Speaking her mind cost Carol her job at the BBC, even while Huw Edwards was kept on before being eventually sacked, which she said was blatant sexism when speaking to the Mirror. "I discovered that I like causing trouble online," she said. Before the election, she spent 7 or 8 hours a day crunching numbers, investigating wrongdoing and looking at election spreadsheets, powered by endless Tory scandals. "But ultimately, it's just me and this," she said before holding up her phone. An old bird with an iPhone. She also recently spoke to the Times about her getting fired. She said, "The feedback I got was the very top echelons were very bothered about what I was doing. It was, you shut up or we'll sack you. Well, gang sack me then." BBC management made 2 decisions about 2 presenters within 24 hours. One was to sack me for 5 innocuous tweets. The other, knowing the serious nature of Huw's arrest, was to keep him on and carry on paying his salary. I mean, no sexism. When she first got sacked, Carol released a statement on the BBC's decision and wrote, "The BBC recently introduced new social media guidelines which I respect. However, despite my show being lighthearted with no political content, it was explained to me that as it is a weekly show in my name, the new guidelines would apply to all and any content that I post all year round. Since those non-negotiable changes to my radio contract were made, I've ultimately found that I'm not prepared to lose my voice on social media, change who I am, or lose the ability to express the strong beliefs I hold about the political turmoil this country finds itself in. My decision has been to continue to criticize the current UK government for what it has done to the country which I love, and I'm not prepared to stop. I was brought up to fight for what I believe in, and I will carry on. Consequently, I have now breached the new guidelines, and BBC Wales management have decided I must leave. We each must make our decisions." A BBC spokesperson said, "The BBC published its new social media guidance last September, which strikes a balance between the BBC's commitment to impartiality and freedom of expression. The guidance sets out clear expectations for freelancers, which includes a particular responsibility to uphold civility in public discourse.